#1 holiday disc golf mystery box. This thing's probably worth like 100, 200 bucks. I don't even know. Oh, James, don't hate me, please. Ugh. Oh my, what a night. Peterman Parker. Y'all ever seen one of them? So this is my buddy James. He's someone I've known for most of my life. Since I was a little kid, we've played disc golf together, and he's always had this obsession, I would call it, with old Innova discs. And this Christmas, he decided to send me a mystery box. First, we got a 2021 Terry Fundraiser Buzz classic disc. Shout out to Terry. Up next, we have a first run Coyote. James coming out with some absolute heat. We got this Thunderbird. It's got 5 stamps on it, I guess. Probably weighs like 180 grams. Who knows? There's one thing that me and James have always had in common, and it's our love for eagles. And he sent me this Eagle L. The 12 time with the writing. Beautiful deep blue, very similar to the yellow one I throw a lot. Flat, older 12 time champion eagle as well, kind of like the more overstable flat run. This is a 2003 Brent Hambrick Memorial stamped CE eagle. It looks almost brand new. I feel like it's been thrown a little bit, but not much. But I'm the type of guy who I like to throw discs. So we're gonna be chucking this thing today. I don't even want to know what this is probably worth. A Star Sidewinder PFN Super Beat. This one's gonna be fun. Hopefully it's not like super flippy. A Star T-Bird signed by Paul Macbeth from 2008 Oregon series. And then James is also sponsored by Goliath Discs. So he sent me some of their newest molds, the Chainbreaker 9304, you know, kind of their Firebird. He sent me, shit, I don't even, what is this called? Redemption, the Redemption. Very, very similar to a Verdict. And then the Pillar, 3204. It's kind of like a zone, but slightly deeper. Hello and welcome to the 25 Days of Frismas presented by Birdie Disc Golf Supply. Birdie hooked it up by supporting the next 25 videos. Head on over to their website, use code Frisbee Club to save yourself some money. They got Frisbee Club patches, they got Frisbees, as well as my favorite mid-range, the Color Glow Ultra. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Coyote right out of the box. Oh man. That's a good Frisbee. So today we're gonna be coming at you with a little bit of a toss and talk. Massive shout out to my boy Jamez. He's the one who hooked it up with my PFN Star Firebirds. He hooks it up with just all the goodies. But today we're gonna be playing 12 holes out here at Ironwood, throwing this mystery box. There were no putters included, so we're just gonna be chucking some putts with my normal putters. Gonna be taking score, but does it really matter? No, because I'm gonna be telling you guys some stories, some South Park disc golf lore. You see, all of my closest friends from back in my hometown, we all met or at least connected because of disc golf. The one thing we've all had in common since we were literally kids in elementary school is we played disc golf. And all those same guys are still people that I'm best friends with till today. So if you're familiar with the BBO, you might recognize Jordan. He was probably the tall guy, longer hair, maybe a cool outfit on, walking around in the background of that video. Now he's one of my best friends. He lives in Arizona. I was at his house yesterday. Him and Austin, the man from the intro.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving,
They were my
approaching,
best friends
and putting.
since about
You need all 3 to
6th
do this
grade.
disc.
So I moved down the street from Jordan in 6th grade, and he was already friends with Austin. So my last name starts with a T, Jordan's last name starts with a T, Austin's starts with an S. In our middle school, your lockers were assigned based on your last name in alphabetical order. Me, Jordan, and Austin all had lockers right next to each other. We basically became best friends and were inseparable pretty much ever since. So the first time I remember myself playing disc golf was in 5th grade. I stole my older brother's discs, went out to the course, played disc golf. I think I pretty much immediately got hooked, and I don't totally remember, but I think once me, Jordan, and Austin all became really good friends in 6th grade, Austin's older brother also played disc golf. So we started playing disc golf. We would pretty much go every single day. It was our entire life. And so I guess that brings me to the first time that I remember meeting Ethan. Ethan Rob Bob Jewell, the man, the myth, the legend, the DGB mag. Him and our buddy Mason, they used to go disc golfing, and they were a grade older than us. And so we'd see him out on the course, and we'd be like, we know these guys, but like we weren't friends, you know? So you're kind of like Do we like say what's up? Do we go like play with them? And it took a while. It took a while to break the ice. But I remember specifically, we were on hole 2, South Park, and we finally like broke the barrier of like playing disc golf together. And it basically just started from there. We all started disc golfing together all the time. And I remember back in the day, Ethan had a real bag. He had a Fade Crunch box. So like not the big one, not the small single one. It was like the backpack strapped like bag, held about 14 discs. It was blue. The thing was the coolest. And so they were cool because me, Austin, Jordan, we didn't have bags yet. We had like a stack of like 15 discs. And we would just carry them all and then like get to the tee pad and just drop them all on the ground. And so honestly, a lot of my memories like after that are a little bit blurry, but basically we all became obsessed with disc golf like one does. James lived across the street from the disc golf course. I lived a 2-minute bike ride away. Jordan, 2-minute bike ride away. And our buddy Nicholas Fox, who you've seen in some of the boys' videos at BRP recently, he also lived about a 1-minute bike ride away from the disc golf course. So somehow, and Ethan lives even closer, maybe a 45-second bike ride away from the disc golf course. So somehow this group of friends all loved disc golf, and they all happened to live like right next to the course. Austin lived a little farther. He lived across the bridge, kind of like halfway across town, but it was a small town, so it was like 5 minutes on the bike. You know, he wasn't going anywhere else anyway, so he'd zip on over. We're gonna try this Sidewinder. This thing's either gonna be like a good flyer, just like my other Sidewinder, or it's gonna be an absolute roller, a little bit flatter. And so James lived across the street, as well as another kid named Damar and his brother Isaiah. Isaiah's a little older than us, Damar was a little younger. And Damar, he had this insane sidearm. So there was this hole number 5. They had to move the basket because it was the furthest hole out at our local course. But everyone would, not everyone, some people would go long, and then there was like a nursing home or some weird apartment behind it, and we would launch the Frisbee into the car and like hit the cars. So they eventually had to move the hole. But it was the longest hole on our local course. I think it was just over 500 feet, and it was a really tricky line. But this kid, he had this sidearm, and he would like park the hole every time. And so James was his neighbor. So James, he's also a couple years younger than us, or than me, and he would basically come disc golf with us as well. We all kind of just gathered around the disc golf course and then became friends. So I guess the reason I tell you all of this is because I think it might be a little odd, especially back in the day, you know, 15 years ago, that a group of friends would meet and all have this common interest of disc golf, and then still to this day be all friends and still disc golf all the time. That's the Frisbee Club way though, you know? So as we make our way through like middle school and high school, we did all sorts of fun things. Ethan's mom, I've told a little bit of these stories in the past, but Ethan's mom used to bring us to disc golf courses in the cities. This was before we could drive, and she would sit in the car and read a book for however long we were out at the disc golf course. And I feel like when you're a kid, you don't really like realize what you're getting there, but she would literally drive us and then just sit in the car all day and read so we could go play Frisbees in the park. Tracy's she's a real one. Oh God, the putter fell out of the hand. 3rd time's a charm? Nope. Oh my God. We're once because it's luck. So all of us, you know, Frisbee clubbers, the boys from back home, we all like to talk a little bit of shit. You know, are you really friends if you're not just being downright disrespectful to each other, especially on the disc golf course? No. But so James, was always a little younger, so we're always just like, you know, making fun of each other, giving him a hard time. We used to have this joke, well, it was a joke, but it was kind of true, because one time we were disc golfing and James had like 5 Firebirds in his bag, and James throws pretty hard. He puts a little smoke behind him, you know. He breaks into those 400s when he puts a little smack on it, and so he'd have these Firebirds, and he'd be like, yeah, this is my beefy Firebird, this is my stable Firebird, this is my straight Firebird, this is my flippy Firebird. And we always just die because we're like, James, there's no such thing as a flippy Firebird. It's probably not even that funny, but for us back in the day, it was just the most, a lot of innocent fun out on that disc golf course. You know, it's just good times. 384 laser beam. We're going T-bird. Ooh. I thought that was gonna turn. That was such a good, that's a good T-bird though. Oh, I forgot. We got the Eagle L. Oof. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Peterman Parker. Y'all ever seen one of them? 9th grade summer, going into 10th grade. For me, Ethan would have been a year above, but we were out throwing frisbees like we do, and we had this idea. We said, let's play disc golf for 24 hours. We said we're gonna start tomorrow. Thursday league starts at I think 6, and we said we're gonna play league and then just not leave the course until the next day at 6 p.m. We're gonna play the whole entire night. And so what do? We go to the grocery store, we stock up on some food. And our young minds were thinking, all right, so we're gonna be burning a lot of energy. We need to get cheese sticks, like salami, like protein packs. You know the shit they sell at the store that they're like energy pack, but it's actually just a bunch of like really high fat foods like almonds, salami, cheese, shit like that. Shit that when you're on the disc golf course for 20 hours and you feel like dying, you don't really want to eat, you know? And that's where James came to the rescue. New cinema coming soon. It's called Peter Parker. So I think it was me, Ethan, Austin, and Nicholas who decided to play disc golf for 24 hours. And we were out there dying. I remember I was like, basically like I couldn't feel my legs. I was on the ground throwing rollers off of the tee pads. It was bad. It was bad, guys. I'll cut to the chase. We only actually made it like 22 or 23 hours. We bitched out, to say the least. Thinking back now, why didn't we just finish it out? I think we played like 20 rounds, maybe. 9-hole course. Averaged like 1 an hour, basically. Obviously took it slow. Oh my, what am I freaking, what are you... Once because it's luck? Nah, I'll try and hit another. Oh my God. So what I'm trying to get at is basically James was the one who actually brought us good tasting food. I don't remember what it exactly was. Probably just went to like Taco Bell or Burger King. But after you've been on the course for like 15 hours and you hate your life, you want something good, and he saved the day. Goliath Pillar, maiden voyage here. Beefcake, Goliath Chainbreaker, maiden voyage as well. I'm gonna really hang this one out wide. Oh, that is like a tilt. Skip in. Peter Parker. So the legend that is Jamez, you know, goes way back. And like I was saying, you know, James is always the guy he's got the good stuff. He's got the good frisbees. And James is one of those guys who, he likes to ink his discs. His PDGA number, if I remember right, 69088. Let me, hold on, because I guarantee it's on one of these frisbees. Let's see. Yeah, 69088. And the only reason I remember that is because James writes it on every single disc he comes in contact with. It doesn't matter if he knows he's gonna sell them. I think it's this thing where if a disc has come through him, I think he wants people to know that, you know, someday you'll see his ink on there. His little squiggly signature, 69088. Jamez Marvin, the legend. His disc, if you're from Minnesota, you probably got a disc in your bag with that PDGA number on it. I'll tell you that much. Come on. Fourth time's the charm. We're gonna go with this little flat 12-time eagle here. Nice little stiff guy. So James actually just had his first baby, little girl, and he always sends Snapchats to the disc golf group of them watching the Frisbee Club videos. So you know she's gonna grow up to be a world champion. Like, that's just a given. Oof. Yeah. Now Heiser. Oh yeah. So I got a comment on my last video of just the boys out at BRP, and it was basically just said, you guys are all the same person, and you're kind of right. I feel like me and all my disc golf buddies we're very similar. We're all very different as well, but we are all very similar. And I feel like it's simply because we met at this disc golf course, and ever since then, that hasn't changed. We've always had like the same sense of humor, the same, like love for disc golf and just having fun with our buddies. And I think that just probably is like half of our personality, if I'm being completely honest. I think that's why whenever my friends are on the channel, you just kind of you guys seem to relate to it very well, because I think everyone can kind of relate to that core group of buddies that they disc golf with, and it's just like you cannot beat it. Like, it's the most fun you could ever have. Eagle dried up a little short. See if we can bang one in for you. Yup, let's go. Oh man, disc golf is fun right now. Holy. Nope. Once because it's luck. 352 foot turnover. We're going with this Coyote once again. Oof. Turn. No. That's so straight though. So I think right now I currently am bagging the #1 holiday disc golf mystery box. You simply can't beat it. I don't know if you can actually see the basket. This would be a sick putt. Oh, that was not very good. Get down. Oh, come on. So maybe like 10 years ago, James won this unsanctioned tournament called the Piper Classic in the intermediate division out at BRP. And ever since then, he's never let us live it down, to say the least. There's discs that I have that literally on the back of them I got from James. Obviously, they have his PDGA number, but they also say one-time Piper Champion Classic. And if that's not like just some good old disc golf like humor for you, I don't know what is. A lot of characters in my disc golf friend group, to say the least. Snuck that one over. 321 feet. This hillside always gets me. Highs are out, so we're gonna try and turn this one. We're going Goliath Redemption. Oof. Yeah. Peter Parker? 10-footerman though, maybe? Man, this eagle is probably going straight in the bag. It's a little flippier than the yellow one that I currently have, a little more wear and tear on it. And that's kind of what I've been wanting, is a little bit flippier. Ooh. Yeah, oh my gosh, that is beauty. Go in. Oh no, not enough turn. Really good throw though. So it's been a while since I reminisced about the good old days on the channel here. I used to do it quite a bit. I feel like I used to tell a lot of stories. Probably over half of the disc golfers right now started playing, during COVID. They're Paul McBeth fanboys, as I like to call them. They think Discraft has always been cool. They don't know that Discraft was actually for losers, other than the buzz. And that's just how it was. And many people don't even know that. Because obviously I really, really enjoy the growth of the sport and the money in the sport and the professionalism of this sport. But I also just love the origins of this sport. And like, I feel so lucky to have grown up playing disc golf and knowing what I know about this sport, because I really think it's a different game and you kind of view it in a different aspect than a lot of the newer players do. And I'm not saying this is like we're better than anybody. We all play the same game, but the memories I have of it are just unbeatable. What the fuck was that second putt? Did you see that? It like fell out of my hand, but somehow it went into the chains. Videos like this and like a mystery box like this from James, it really brings me back to the good old days of disc golf and like why we all started playing. And it's just to have fun. Oh yeah. Oh, don't hit the bolt. Okay, we're good. Smack the tree? I suck? Yo, that thing's a beefcake. I mean, not bad. If you have any good memories of when you first started playing disc golf, leave them down below in the comments. I feel like it'd be a great read for me for everyone else that's commenting, just reminisce on the good times, whether you've been playing 10 years, 20 years, 45 years, 2 years, 1 year, 3 months, who cares? Just leave something down below. Let me know what you think. That Coyote is a super fun disc. Pillar came up a little short. See if we can hit a putt. Come on. So I think we've thrown everything besides this. This is the Sea Eagle 2003 Brent Hambrick Memorial stamp over the old DX Eagle stamp. It's 170 grams. This thing's probably worth like 100, 200 bucks. I don't even know. But James sent it to me. Maybe he wanted me to hang it on the wall, but I'm gonna throw it, guys. And then I probably will put it away and not throw it for the rest of the winter, but next summer we'll probably bust it out because we don't want to shatter it. But we got to give it some respect here, see how it flies. Hopefully not skip it on the road. That would not be fun. Oh shit. Hit a bush, hit a bush, hit a bush. Hopefully not skip it on the road. That would not be fun. James, my apologies. That was such a bad throw, but also those old Eagles are pretty beefy. Like, they're damn near Firebirds a lot of the time. I guess we're gonna have to knock that price tag down just a couple notches. James, you're gonna watch that and you're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt inside. I'm sorry. We're gonna go Champion Eagle L here. Oof! Man, if that would have been more than 4 feet off the ground. You guys want to see why T-Birds might be like one of the best discs ever? I might bag one again, honestly. Who knows? Oof. Oh, just a piss missile laser beam Lefterman. James, don't hate me, please. Ugh. So the old plastic might shatter if it's cold, but it is pretty damn durable, so we're looking good. We're fine. Threw a bunch of really bad shots on this hole, so we're just gonna take this T-Bird. I don't even know if I can putt this far. Good layup. Oh God, who the fuck is Gannon Burr? If this isn't Frolf Tube Cinema at its finest, guys, I don't know what it is. Oh. Oh. Peter Parker. Am I's? Tell me that wasn't the ugliest putt you've ever seen. But they're in. Chingerman. All right, guys, if the camera dies while I'm doing this, thanks for watching. We will, shit, I don't want to throw one of those. We will, see you in the next one. I'm gonna try an ace for you now. Oh! Drop. Oh. Get out. Come on. Come on. Oh. Stay up. Oh. What do you even mean? There it is. Got it. Chingerman. What? What? All right.
This is 500 feet. I'm a pro. That's about 400 feet right there, guys. Let me show you another driving technique.